Welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Radio Show, and on the line with me now is the owner of Chin Properties. Please welcome Daniel Chin to the show. How are you doing, Daniel?
I'm great, Nikki. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day and just chatting with us. I am so, fascinated with the work that you do, and I really love for people to know more about what you've put together in a short period of time. I mean, you're in your 30s, or maybe just hovering around 30. Is that right?
26 years old.
There you go. Fantastic in what you've done in those times. So let's find out, who is Daniel Chin?
Well, I am a real estate entrepreneur and an investor as well in Hamilton, Ontario.
Okay, great. And what is the Chin Properties? When did that start?
Chin Properties, it started about 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And how it really started, Chin Properties came about when I started investing for my parents to basically create a retirement plan for them. And then when I have done that successfully, within the first year, acquired 2 duplexes for my parents. Then I had clients, people coming to me who had the same situation. They were planning to retire, and they were interested, and they believed that real estate investing was also a way to plan towards retirement. And they said, hey, Daniel, can you do the same for us? And I have been doing it for my clients since then.
Okay, beautiful. And what's your investment model?
It's buy and hold over the long term, Nikki. That's the best way to build wealth over the long term.
Over the long term, okay. Yeah. And how did you get started in real estate investing?
Well, I got started. This was in 2012 when I took a real estate investment course. Spent $1,000, which I saved up working my first job. And
what was your first job?
It was actually working in Mark's Work Warehouse, but now it's called Mark's, and I was getting paid minimum wage. But at that point in time, I saved up. I had a goal to save $1,000 over the Christmas holidays. Took extra shifts. People wanted to take vacations. I took their shifts and achieved that goal of saving $1,000. And I ended up investing it in taking a real estate investment course. At that point in time, everyone around me, friends and family, were very skeptical, but it was something that I understand, and it was something that I believed in. So I took the course, Nikki, and took a leap of faith. And then from there, that's where I connected with one person who later down the road became my joint venture partner in the first property.
Okay.
And that's how I got started.
Wonderful. So what are some of the renovation tips that you can share with us?
The key thing about renovations in investment properties is you have to renovate the property from the tenant's perspective. If you were a tenant and you were to live in this place, what's important to that tenant? And most of the tenants, I tell you, what's important for them is space, the convenience of having laundry, peace of mind, security and safety, and of course affordability with the prices of rent.
Okay,
so
fantastic.
So design the space with those key things in mind.
What are your 3 investing principles?
Well, number 1 is to never lose money.
That's a big one.
It's like what Warren Buffett says. Rule number 1 is to never lose money, and rule number 2 is to not forget rule number 1. But in investing, the number 1 thing is you have to make the most money as possible for the clients. And the second thing is, like I said before, buy and hold real estate is the best way to build wealth over the long term.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's great. And then is there anything else that you would, recommend about getting into real estate, either as an investment or to purchase a home? Something that people should know when they're they're getting into this for the very first time?
Yes, absolutely. The last time on your TV show, Nikki, I mentioned know everything about your real estate market before you invest. And just to elaborate on what I mean by that is you have to know all of the comparables, the property values, exactly how much you can get for rent, who you would be renting to, and how quickly you can rent these places. You have to know everything about that particular street, neighborhood, or area that you're investing in before you actually invest. And that's the secret.
Okay. Fantastic. Now, what about someone who has gone through some challenges, maybe job loss, or maybe they're separating from a relationship where, the resources would have been pooled and now they find themselves on their own, and perhaps they have maybe bruised credit. Is it possible for them to own a home?
It is possible. I know some people who have don't have the best financials, but they do have at least something to get started, and the knowledge, the knowledge on how to invest as well. You have to have a mortgage broker that understands the mortgage game very well. It's completely different versus, Nikki, if you walk inside the bank in a branch and you fill out a mortgage application, it's less likely that you will get approved for a mortgage. Whereas the mortgage broker knows how to get that mortgage approved for you, and she invests in real estate as well. It's a different mindset.
Okay. I think this is all, incredible information, and I'm sure there are people who want to know how to get in contact with you to invest, or to know how to, use their money wisely to build their real estate equity. How can people connect with you?
Well, you can visit my website at chinproperties.com. That's CHIN properties.com, or you can just contact me at 905-537-8202.
Okay, fantastic. Now you are venturing into another part of expression. You're going to be an author, and can you tell us about that new venture in your life?
Well, I have to give, great thanks to you, Nikki.
Thank you.
I will be co-authoring Nikki's new book, Transforming Lives One Story at a Time.
Absolutely.
It will be released by summer this year, 2016.
This year. And we're so happy to have you as one of the co-authors in this anthology, and I'm really excited to you share the story that you have, and I know it's a powerful testament to all the hard work that you've put into and being able to, do so well and provide for your family. I think people didn't hear that part of the story, that you've been able to take care of your parents. Is that right?
Yes. In a short interview, I wish I could have dive more into the details, but it has been a journey. And it's not easy. It's not easy with the whole what I have done over the past few years.
It's not easy in the way of just the hard work, the sacrifice. What made it difficult?
What made it difficult? When I started, I had no real estate background in my family, lots of skepticism, and it was something I felt like I was all by myself. And it was something that I stuck to, I believed in, and then afterwards, it doesn't feel as much as by myself anymore, because I have attracted more people who were thinking the same way, and I realized that I was not the only crazy one thinking this way.
Wow, I'm just amazed, like I said, as someone at your age, how tenacious, hardworking, and how successful you've become. And I'm really proud to know you, and I'm really excited about all the, the future endeavors you have. So maybe you can tell us about some of the things that you have planned maybe in the next couple of years. How do you plan on expanding Chin Properties?
Well, I will continue to build my family's investment portfolio. Short-term goals are to acquire a positive cash flowing property, at least one or two every year, and to build chain properties. To build chain properties is the goal is really to scale what I have done for my parents to be doing for many more clients. And it is I'm in the process, to be honest, figuring out how to get there. Nikki, most of the things that I have done, I didn't know all the answers how to do it. You know, I didn't have the secret formula, you know, ABC, and then you become successful in 5 years. But what's very key is that I do have I'm very fortunate to have certain people, mentors who have pointed me in the right direction. Two people, one of them is Harry Stinson, who's a big real estate developer.
Yeah, he's amazing.
And a very experienced person. And most of the things with real estate investing, you can't learn it from a book. It's from experience. And the other person is another Vietnam friend of mine who's a very giving person, a very private person. He's a family person as well. And he's the person who really showed me how to do this business. So I am still learning, and I'll be honest, for chain properties, I would like to see it scale into a much bigger real estate investment company.
Yes.
Where I would be doing a few deals, a lot more deals on a much larger scale than what I'm doing right now.
Okay, and I see it only getting to those heights. I think you have the right knowledge, and you have some wonderful mentors in your circle who can support that. So I have no doubt that you'll achieve whatever you put your mind to.
I just want to, estate, Nikki.
But in every area
outside of real estate as well, in personal development as well.
Absolutely. That's all part of it. To holistically get you to where you want, it has to be all parts. And I just wanted to ask you, I mean, you've done so much professionally and personally, but how have you transformed over this period of time of those parts of development? What have you noticed? What changes have been made that have been significant? In
terms of real estate investing, or just me personally?
In both areas, yeah.
In both areas.
Yeah.
Well, personally, I have developed not being afraid to be uncomfortable.
Okay.
That there's a lot of uncertainty tomorrow.
Okay.
What it is I do every day in real estate investing, just in my personal life. And what I have realized, if I were to speak about myself, who was Daniel Chin 3 years ago, and who is Daniel Chin today? Today, I have developed a much thicker skin when it came to doing this real estate investing business. It's a very aggressive business. And Daniel Chen 3 years ago was a very shy person, I didn't have a lot of confidence. I was very afraid. I was still inside my shell, Nikki.
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine.
And over 3 years, I tell you, being next to a man like Harry Stinson, he not literally was beating me with a stick, but telling me that helping me to get out there, get out of my shell, and not be afraid.
Exactly. Well, it's amazing how fear can, really restrict a lot of the things that you'd like to do, but you've overcome that, and you are you're really quite amazing. So that's awesome. Daniel, I just want to thank you very much for spending the time and sharing all this wonderful information with us. And can you just repeat again how people can get in contact with you?
Oh, absolutely. chinproperties.com,
Mm-hmm.
CHIN properties.com, and you
Mm-hmm.
can call me at 905-537-8202.
Okay. Thank you again. Keep up the great work, and we're definitely going to be following you, and can't wait to see the release of your part in the Transforming Lives One Story at a Time anthology that will be coming out this summer. Daniel, have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for being on the Nikki Clarke Radio Show on VRHotline.net. Have a good night.
It's a great honor, Nikki. Thank you.
Thank you. My pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye.